Nemački reditelj Mark Wiese, autor je filma We Hold the Line koji smo upravo vidjeli. Mark je sa nama. Mark, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And first, let's update our audience about Maria Ressa's case. In June, she was found guilty of cyber libel. Are you in touch with Maria? Do you know what's happening with her now?
Of course we are in touch. I mean, even as it happening, I was sending her a message with the good luck and stuff like that. And she's waiting for the decision of the highest court. There's one Supreme Court left. But if this court is confirming the sentence, she's sentenced.
Mm-hmm. At what point did you... Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Honestly, I must say, according to my knowledge of the system Duterte, and according to my knowledge how free or unfree the justice system in Manila is, I expect that she will sentence guilty.
You're expecting that?
Yeah.
In what point did you decide to enter this reality and in those circumstances in which Maria and her colleagues are working and living?
Well, that's interesting because originally I was going to Manila for another story. Of course, the same scene, the same topic, the same background, but with another protagonist. I wanted to accompany a photographer. And then I met Maria the first time and we had a talk of around an hour. And after this 1 hour, I told my assistant, hey, we have to make this story. Maria is the story, the Rappler is the story. And Maria is the front figure, but there's the whole crew behind. I mean, they are very impressive and very brave to risk it every day. You must know that on the Philippines, it's reality that a lot of people, by just criticizing the government, are simply shot. Lawyers, journalists, mayors, people like that. They are shot on the street, you know? So it's brave if you do this job. And I mean, they are the only survivors. Just this year, the biggest broadcasting station was closed by Duterte. He refused to give them a new license. So the Rappler is the last critical news agency on the Philippines. And the last one fighting for democracy.
Mm-hmm. Mark, in the film We Hold the Line, we saw people talking how they have killed. And actually, I think this is not the first time that people admitting murders in your movies. And one of them is the president. And this is just one layer of the story. Are we living in the world with no consequences?
Well, let me say it like that. I mean, as you know, I'm German. And this work and working on the film on the Philippines, I began to understand more and more how even this Holocaust was possible, you know? Because it's shocking. I mean, there were people killed every night. But if you take the middle class, the upper class, they are still in their luxury bubble, you know? They are still shopping and in the morning there are dead people on the streets, but nobody's really noticing. You can see as we were shooting, there were the elections, the midterm elections, and the Duterte party has won any seat. You know, they have won everything. So, I mean, the circumstances, but he's extremely popular. He's extremely popular because he's just killing the poor people and nobody's taking care of that.
One of the greatest performers, artists, said to me that her art is not to be enjoyed. And it is rather disturbing than pretty. And I felt the same about your movies. What is the most important for you when you're choosing and making your stories?
Well, I've done Camp 14 to a very, very tough movie. Some people said it's about North Korea, a concentration camp in North Korea. And I filmed with a survivor. Manila can be disturbing. It's tough. As you said, the killers. It's a special, I mean, I like to talk to perpetrators, you know, because the typical movies always, you have the victims, some landscape, and but the perpetrators, the one who are responsible, they are interesting. I've done it even in Bosnia. I mean, I talked to the Radovan Karadzic family and people like that, you know. it's interesting, and the networks behind why something happened. So that's the reason why I'm going into such topics. I want to, in a way, show the system behind. And here it's showing a worldwide acting system. You can see it in the US, you can see it in Hungary and many other countries, how populist politicians are acting just to erode the democracy step by step by step. You know, it's a killing of democracy by 1,000 cuts, as Maria said.
Mark, how much do you have to lie and hide during the shootings? I'm asking because if it's possible, I would like to hear about your film preparations and those situations when you are in the great risk trying to get what you want.
Well, it's like that. Of course, I cannot tell the government what I'm doing there. You know, they would never give me accreditation or something like that. So I've made a script, and Art de France has given me nice letters. And the topic or the name of the script was Beautiful Islands of the World. So I've told them, hey, I'm making this movie, and the Philippines are an island country, and am I allowed? And so I could go in. But of course, we were not in a concrete danger, but the New York Times photographer was thrown out of the country, and some other people's journalists are shot. So you are under a constant pressure, because you know if something is happening, you are just arrested in a police cell. And somebody like Duterte don't care about German government, just complaining that a filmmaker from Germany is arrested. So, but I think it's worthy, and I have to say, but I never forget the real risk is taken by Maria and the Rappler crew, not us.
Mark, here on the festival we have groups of young people from the region who are interested in making documentaries. Do you have any message, advice, anything you want to share with them? Maybe something you wish you knew when you were starting?
Well, just do it. You know, you have to wish to do it. Don't think so much, don't read too much books. I mean, for me, filmmaking is, I mean, of course, it's learning it, but mostly it's a matter of energy. Just do it. I mean, we are living today in times where for young people it's wonderful, because you can rent for very low money or even buy for low money cameras which are producing cinema quality. As I was starting in the beginning of the 19th. You know, you have to invest $250,000 for a camera system and stuff like that. That's much easier. So just use it and do it. And just as an advice, I mean, live with the people, go there, and don't just fight for long research.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. And I hope we will see you in Sarajevo next time.
Well, I would love to come there. And honestly, I mean, I produced 3 films in Bosnia. So I love Sarajevo a lot. I like the place very much.
Thank you.
Okay, see you. Ciao, ciao.